Universe. Philosophy. Ooh, chocolate though. Ooh, I really want to pick chocolate. Next time it's only gonna be 2 people. I'm gonna like Vertigo. Tenderous. Uncontrollable. Depression. Night Grown. Oh, what? How is that you? Anime. Ribbon. God dang it. You had a ribbon. Guess you both have ribbons. I don't know. Massacre. Whirlwind. That was a big word. Don't even know. Uncanny. Inrodent. Frightening. Contamination. Death. Yeah, that was like it. When do I get to unlock her route? It's probably like once all of them are gone. I probably have to do both of theirs and then all of a sudden hers pop up or something. Okay, so yeah, we're going with Yuri. Hi again, Brendan. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I'll keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What the frick? Okay. You better stop this, Yuri. You are... I don't even know. Thanks for keeping your promise, Brennan. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making your head dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Natsuki? Better stop this. Oh, come on, like he deserved any slack. You already did. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you planned to just come here. Hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then we won't see the end of it. What the frick? Why are you in front of the words? Get behind it. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plots back into her seat. I'm sorry, Brennan. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointing glance. Anyway, now that we're in the club and all, perhaps you might have any interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean like that. You don't... If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Oh, are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Rora reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so just keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. How is this girl actually being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I think I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Yeah, that was like kind of like a weird, Okay, got back. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activity for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is in a book, but I can't but notice how her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Dots. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I'd made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was just focused, and I probably wouldn't notice. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I was just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Oh, what happened to her eye? It looks so weird. It's like they just they just circled the eye and then just cropped it over a little bit. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Her eyes back to normal. Just curious, how come we have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly oblivious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Definitely started reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's so. What's the story about anyways? Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Murkrov. I wonder if that's an actual book name. I'm gonna look this up. Okay. Portrait of Murkrov. I don't know if it's an actual book. I looked it up and it says Reddit. You have to have a really high IQ to understand Doki Doki Literature Club. They're making Rick and Morty jokes about it. I wonder if it has a Rick and Morty reference in it. I don't think it's an actual book. I looked it up. There's a oblivious looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about the religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there had this trait that turns them into killer machines that lust for blood. But the fact really gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Brendan? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and exclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just the kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. And horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil. What the frick happened to the words? But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. What? But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... Oh, I'm rambling, aren't I? What? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I don't think we were supposed to have this interaction in the first game ending, so it's fine. You just made up words with cool font. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. when I get things like books and write and fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly increased. What? Well, watching this, you guys might have to like pause because I think I just said increasingly, and this is like. I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry in the end if I say something strange. If people stop, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't know what. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. This I can do is listen. The literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, this might as well get started reading at it, right? Yes, I jumped a little bit. I mean, you don't have to, but, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book. I put it into my bag. I love you. Alright, it's fine if I just sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? It's a little bit oppressive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's something I'm not really very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, open up the book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. As if I could feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. What? What? I wish I could slow this down. Like the thing is so close. It goes so fast. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, there's this work side. I slide my neck until it's up against Yuri's, and then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is on the waist so intensely I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book open between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But I'm holding it like this. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I feel the warmth of Yuri's face when she is in the corner of my vision. Are you ready, V? Turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. Glance over at Yuri's face again as our eyes meet. I don't know how to be able to keep up with her. That's okay. If you're not used to read it. I don't mind if being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Oh, she had a little bit of a smile for a second. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed she finished her page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue to the next chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an imminent exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side. She catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, that might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? Her face just got like, how did you know that I was actually the killer of this book? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was thinking of the way she second guesses things she says and all that. What are you talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. I don't know what Why that came into my head. Ha! Are you feeling alright? Yeah. I've been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest and if you're feeling a little sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? Yuri puts her hand over her chest. Just feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practices rushes out the classroom. What on earth was that about? Brendan, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, it's not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. Nope, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyways, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we should start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. The other girl's not gonna like my poem. I stand up, make a mental note where I left off on the book, and slip it back into my bag. I guess Natsuki. I was interested in a poem yesterday. Probably only fair if I share mine with hers. Brennan, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What was you expecting me to believe? That you actually put effort into this? Do you think that I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I put effort in. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. It'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each your own, I guess. Anyways, I guess I get to share mine now. Knowing you, I probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because even in high school thinks that writing has to be all... I forgot, she writes big words and stuff. I will read this word. Phosphated and stuff. Yep, that's what it says. Don't need to question it. These people don't even take my writing seriously. Doesn't important poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing is about simple writing is put more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it fall flat on purpose. It'll help bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant by being a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect this from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided the room was with her. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, yeah, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Monica. Hi, Brennan. Have a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions to club like activities or things you can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring up things. Much better if just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha, don't worry, Brennan. We're all a little embarrassing today, you know? It's sort of